The ratings for the blue brand are in, and Friday nights have been smacked down back to reality as WWE's SmackDown does its lowest rating in over 5 years on its USA debut. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. SmackDown back on the USA Network. They put on a pretty packed out show. Personally, we thought it was packed with crap, but WWE obviously thought they went all out. They had Triple H come out, which is a mark-out moment for everybody in existence, but for us it's like, here's Paul Lefebvre coming to feed his own ego, so we don't care about that. You had a world title steel cage match, which normally would get us excited, but when you factor in it's against Cody Rhodes and Solo Sikoa, both guys who are boring as hell, didn't really do much for me. I mean, after that, I think we had like a 2-minute Michin Doudrop match, enough said. We had Andrade versus Carmelo for like the millionth time as well, which didn't interest us. You had a tag team match that was so predictable. Who's going to be the partner? The returning Randy Orton. I know you rant about this as well, and I mean, it does bug me, but Randy Orton's been gone for like 2 weeks. He's not returning. CM Punk last night on Raw was gone for 1 week. He's not. A return's when you're gone for a substantial amount of time, not when you miss a week. See if you can't be asked to show up, or you say, yeah, I've got a wee holiday booked with my family, and Triple H bows down and gives you off because he's a loser and he's not like McMahon. See if you miss one show because of that, and then it's not a return, so let's stop pretending it's a return.
Yeah, they both returned at Survivor Series, right, last November.
What have they done?
No, how many returns, returns have they made since November? I would say they've made about 6 each. How many times has Orton come out to help Owens? How many times has Punk come back for a McIntyre beatdown? It's actually ridiculous.
Or to screw him in a match, out of nowhere.
He'll appear. They're both appearing on NXT, by the way, and they'll be like, "Oh, CM Punk returns to NXT after 13 years. Randy Orton returns after 12 years." Da, 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 da.
Anyway, point is, we also had some other stuff, and in the main event, it was Cody and Roman Reigns signing a contract. All right, so look, we were expecting more. We were thinking possibly The Rock. We were thinking possibly Brock Lesnar. Do you remember the debut on Fox where they actually went... maybe they didn't go all out, but remember they had Tyson Fury there. I mean, Cain Velasquez was on the show.
Brock had a title match. The Rock turned up. You had a ladder match. You had a lot.
I mean, compare that to this, and what was better? I mean, it was night and day.
Yeah, I feel like they went all out in the first 35 minutes, but apart from that...
Did they really, though? Triple H coming out cutting the same boring promo, and then a match between Cody and Solo?
I say all out, I mean in terms of what they can do. I mean, it wasn't all out, but...
Well, no, let's be honest. See in terms of the roster that they have, see in terms of, obviously, not The Rock and Brock, because they're not full-time, and, well, neither's Roman Reigns, but in terms of what they have, right, they probably couldn't put more stars in that opening half an hour.
No.
Because they started with Triple H, and then they had a title match between Cody and Solo, and it involved the entire bloodline, including Reigns. So that's probably, in terms of packing all their stars into the open of the show, that's about as good as they could have possibly done. And now let's look at the numbers. WWE SmackDown did a 1.723 million. Now this is down 3% on last week's 1.770. Now you might be thinking, well, that's only 3% down. No, that's not a massive loss there. 47,000 loss. Considering we're moving to USA Network, that's pretty good. Well, last week was Fox's lowest ever rating that wasn't taped. I think even the tape shows did better. It was only the lowest rating that wasn't moved to Fox Sports 1, because Fox Sports 1's like a crappy channel, so we're not going to count that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the lowest rating that actually was on the Fox channel itself, the legit main Fox channel. And the fact that, I mean, they're even lower than that this week. And, I mean, I'm going to assume that this might be the best number that we see SmackDown do on USA Network.
It probably will be. We've seen Raw go above 2 million, didn't we, after Mania?
Yeah, but again, Raw's on Monday nights. I think it's easy. Friday nights, I don't think it's a good night. Who really wants to sit? I mean, look, do we want to sit up to 3 a.m.?
I don't care what night it is. I don't want to sit and watch any of it. But, yeah. I actually think this rating is... this is what I expected it to be. Is it what I expected it to be on the big premiere show? Probably not. For me, it's only downhill from here. And I think we're going to quickly see, come January, WWE shift everybody from SmackDown to Raw. Cody Rhodes will not be world champion on SmackDown on Netflix. They're not going to have Gunther on Netflix. They're going to have Cody Rhodes, because that is where the
Because I forgot Gunther's boring and Cody Rhodes is just lights up the room every time he's in it.
Yeah, but Cody's got like the feud with the Bloodline and Roman Reigns and The Rock.
Hold on. How
Netflix is going to want The Rock and Roman Reigns over fucking Gunther.
How long are we going to have Cody feuding with The Rock, like, just out of curiosity, in the Bloodline?
Well, I don't know, it's already been going on for like 2 years.
I seen a comment, someone says, look, Bianca Belair's been treated horribly. We all understand that they're building a feud between her and Jade Cargill, but is it really worth wasting 2 years of Bianca's career being mid just to build this one feud? I think it's crazy, right, that the mindset is they actually need to build a Bianca Belair Jade Cargill feud for 2 years.
No.
And they need to put her in the... That's insane.
No, it's perfect. See Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair.
That should have happened straight off the fucking bat.
It should have happened straight off the bat, but it's went that long now. No one gives a fuck.
No,
those two could simply go their separate ways with no turn, and it wouldn't do anything.
I think teaming them up, right, for a wee bit was alright.
Yeah.
But the tag team period should have lasted a couple of months at most.
Yes, we've seen Jericho and Styles do that. 2016, I think it was alright. Y2AJ. This is just why we watch.
I mean, they're probably going to drag this out to Mania.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised if it goes beyond Mania. Anyway, SmackDown, like I said, did a 1.723 million. Key Demo did a 0.55, which is actually up on last week's Key Demo, which did a 0.45. So this week is up 22%. 22%, which is kind of insane.
Maybe Fox is the oldies.
22
USA Network's the new blood. The new breed.
Don't know, but 22%, that's a big increase. No doubt about it.
It's a big increase, but... See when we see these people that bum like the 18 to 49, man, it doesn't really matter.
No, it doesn't.
No, it does matter because advertisements pay for that.
Like, see at the end of the day, right? See if you've got a 49-year-old fan and a 50-year-old fan, you're selling to the same fucking person.
Yeah,
Let's pretend that you're not.
The 18 to 49 only matters if the overall rating's good. If the overall rating's good, no one gives a fuck about the 18... No, if it's bad, no one gives a fuck about the 18 to 49. The 18 to 49 was just used as a get-out-of-jail-free card for AEW when their ratings were pish. And Jericho could use it as like a plus point.
Yep.
That is it. WWE never used it.
Say if Dynamite was beating Raw, back when Jericho was talking about that, but Raw was smoking Dynamite in the Key Demo, do you think Jericho would be on a podcast saying, yeah, I mean, we're beating them in the ratings, but it doesn't really matter, guys, because they're destroying us in the Key Demo?
Yeah,
Of course not. The Key Demo wouldn't exist.
Yeah, but when people talk about wrestling...
There would be no Demo God, there would be
but
ratings God or something.
See when people are like, oh, WWE,
Jerry ratings?
WWE used to beat Friends, WWE used to do this, right? No one turned around and said, aye, WWE beat Friends.
In the Key Demo.
But Friends beat them in the Key Demo, that's what matters. No one gives a fuck about the Key Demo.
Like, seeing you talk about Super Bowl numbers, Nate, seeing you're watching The Condemned with Stone Cold Steve Austin, and your man Bruckle is talking about how many people's watching, and it's like, 40 million.
Yeah.
It's not like, but what about the Key Demo? I mean,
it would be like people trying to care about who's buying the rerun of the pay-per-view rather than actually buying it before it happened. It's just, you care more about the fucking there and now.
Oh, what's that? You're 50-year-old and you're trying to sign up to the WWE Network? You're trying to give us money? We don't want your money. You're too old, buddy. You're a year too old. Anyway, let's look at the clips and let's look at the numbers, the views, and I mean, just look at this, man. So, in first place, we have Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes agree to join forces at Bad Blood. This got 1.373 million. Second place, where we get Roman Reigns locks the Bloodline inside a steel cage, 1.017 million. Big drop off to third place. Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes form a dream team, 539,000. And then Triple H in fourth place. Triple H ushers in a new SmackDown era, 472,000. So you go from that, you go from the Roman Reigns, and you can clearly see who the draw is here. I mean, Cody Rhodes is the champ, but WWE's putting Roman Reigns' name first, and see if you're saying that's just a coincidence, you're wrong.
Oh, no, and it's the same.
WWE know what they're doing,
if it was
right?
The Rock, it'd be The Rock and Roman Reigns.
AEW don't, right? AEW don't know shit when it comes to actually, putting it fids. But the bigger name draw goes first, and Roman Reigns in these videos, his name comes first. His name comes before Cody. His name comes before the Bloodline.
There's no mention though of the full match.
Yeah, and then we get a drop off. Yeah, the full match isn't here, but I'm assuming that'll be pretty high as well. We get a drop off to Nia Jax determines her bad blood challenger with 358,000 views. Randy Orton then teams up with Kevin Owens to defeat A-Town Down Under, 275,000 views.
Yep, so I mean, I tell you what, right? See the pathetic numbers here from Randy Orton. See Triple H though, it's like, that Triple H just shows you what an actual, like, a star is. Because, you know, the guy's not wrestled in what, like 5 years. He comes out for, I mean, it's a throwaway appearance, isn't it? It's an absolute throwaway appearance, and the guy nearly gets $500,000.
And in 7th place, Andrade downs Carmelo Hayes in a number of contenders match.
Oh, it's the best of 27 series.
190,000. Just showing that nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah.
And that's on September 16th. These clips were uploaded on September 13th. Yeah, we're talking, you know, we're talking 3 days here, and it's got 190,000. And we'll just confirm the full match for Cody Rhodes and Solo Sikoa is sitting on 1.9 million. So it actually puts that top of the list. So, I mean, just look at the ratings difference between the Bloodline stuff with Rhodes and Reigns, and then everything else. I mean, the drop-off...
Which just backs up my point about Netflix. They're going to want that.
The drop-off's insane.
No, it's insane. And you've got to just find ways to incorporate. It's like... See with the Bloodline, you've got enough members, right? And, you know, I think outside of Roman Reigns, I think the other four are shite. I know they're grooming Jacob Fatu, but they've got enough members to incorporate more throughout the show. Even if it's the two Boccialoa brothers or whatever they are. Even if they're just going around battering people backstage, if you tile the Bloodline decimate half the roster in a clip, that's going to draw more than Andrade Carmelo Hayes.
Could we see the Bloodline split shows? Is that possible?
Yeah.
Could we see, no, like you had NWO Black and White and then NWO Red and White Wolfpack?
And then the other one.
I mean, could you, well, let's not talk about that one. I mean, could you see Bloodline Red and Bloodline Blue, or is that not?
You could maybe, but I just don't see why you couldn't get one big Bloodline, but they're on across two different shows.
Because I have a brand split, buddy. Anyway, guys, there you go. That's the ratings. That's the numbers. Shocking. I mean, look at. I mean, the Michin clip. Did anybody even care about that? I mean, Michin versus, what was her name? Michin versus Doudrop. That's the one. I mean, it's like that match lasted 2 minutes. That's what they should be doing with the Carmelo Hayes stuff, if you ask me.
172,000 views.
So not that far behind the Carmelo Hayes Andrade stuff.
No, absolutely not. But I mean, again, it's just pathetic numbers. I mean, we've been saying this for months, man, about Andrade and the women on Raw and things like. These things are not drawn. They're killing in the quarters. What the fuck? Why is he doing it? Also, the way we were talking about returns. Let's say that was an actual return. Is that not piss poor numbers? If Randy Orton's truly returning to team up with Kevin Owens and he's only getting 275,000 Yeah, but you want to know another proof why AEW is not competition, right? Because see if you had these consistent rating killers, man, in the 90s, they would have been fucking dropped after a week.
I know, imagine trying to go one-on-one with WCW, man, and you're getting people that are dropping the ball like this.
No, you do need competition, but see AEW, it's not. It's not competition to WWE.
TNA was more competition.
AEW is competition to WWE in the sense of that it's got a load of money and it can sign people, but in terms of competing against them for, like, you know, revenue and viewership and things like that, it's a different ball game.
Do you think Dixie Carter looks at these numbers and go, here, when I was in charge of TNA at one point, we were beating what Raw and SmackDown are doing now? Or is that a different time?
Different time, I guess, with different fucking actual stars. But, yo, see if AEW went to Fridays, right, and tried to compete with SmackDown, I think Triple H would... I mean, AEW would get smoked, obviously, but I don't think there'd be time for Andrade, Carmelo Hayes... No, I think he would smarten up and realise, you know what, actually...
No, don't get me wrong, WWE would beat them with what they've got here, but,
no, they would.
But I think they would want to put, like, a exclamation point on it, you know? Like,
it's like, you know, TNA, McMahon was like, fuck it, bring Brett back. Screw him again.
No, but you know what? I actually felt like back when TNA moved, I actually felt like WWE had to do something. I didn't think WWE could just sit still and do what they were doing.
Yeah.
I think they needed something big.
Which is pathetic for Bret Hart, right? See if Bret Hart had a fucking backbone instead of burying Vince when Vince is on his knees.
He'd have went to TNA.
He'd have went to TNA.
And tried to really take it, try and really...
No, because you know what? Brett sold it for the money.
No,
he
you know...
be better about his brother, he be better about his concussion, but he should have fucking went to TNA.
Brett could have agreed to go to WWE.
I went to TNA.
Because TNA was on live. How fucking cool would that have been? Brett's advertised for WWE, and then he shows up in TNA.
No, that's why I have no respect for Brett. You can't sell it and then bury the people you sold it to.
No, how actually fucking amazing would that have been?
Yeah.
They're advertising Brett, you're expecting Brett, because they said he was coming on at like the 10. And Brett could just be like, I'm running late, guys, I will be there. I'm pulling up to the arena now. No, keeping them waiting.
Like Rick Rude did.
And then next minute, man, he just comes out. TNA. Cross the line. That would have been great, but...
Pretty stinking hyenas.
Didn't it happen?
Zone, brother.
Anyway, guys, that's it. Let's reboot TNA. Oh, what a time to be alive, man. TNA fumbled it. They dropped the ball big time. Anyway, guys, that's it. WWE's been dropping the ball for about 15 years now. Nothing new. We'll catch you in the next one. These numbers are poor, but you know what? They're probably the best we're going to see SmackDown get in a long time. And that's it, pretty much. Till next time. Peace.